for one of those teams. Quarterbacks always drive the conversation. You guys sit in a very unique situation in Seattle. And I covered Drew Lock when he was at Missouri. I had a couple of his games, and I was super impressed with that young man. It was, Missouri is one of these schools that, truth be told, we don't pick that game a lot, for the Missouri Tigers to play on the SEC and CBS game of the week. But when the one time I did come across him, or the first time, I was really impressed with how smart he is. And I think he was handed a bit of a tough go in Denver. And I know when the headline comes, if you're not like a true dedicated NFL fan, maybe the trade seemed lopsided to some, but I think he needed a fresh start, and I'm super intrigued to see what happens for him in Seattle.
Oh, so tell me a little bit more about that, because obviously we've had a lot of talks about him and Geno Smith, and I've kind of been of the belief that I thought Pete was going to make another move. I thought Baker was coming. I still am half convinced Jimmy Garoppolo is going to end up here. But if that doesn't end up happening, and it is Drew Lock, you mentioned that he's a smart guy. What makes you say that, and what do you think he could be capable of as a quarterback given another shot?
Well, for better or for worse, that position is one that, those young men need to have magnetic personalities, in my opinion. You have to want to be followed. And I think he is that guy. Some viral clips that we saw of Drew Lock come out of Denver kind of showed his personality and his likability amongst his teammates. And I think the football will come in the best scenario for anybody, and I actually think he is a candidate that qualifies for that. I can't really think of many others than Pete Carroll who might be able, with his experience in the league and just with putting success forward for any player at any position, let alone a quarterback, just to show Drew Lock the leadership that he might need, what it takes to win. Pete Carroll has that in his back pocket. So I'm excited for him. I really, really liked him when he was in the SEC. I didn't get to watch a ton of him when he was in Denver. I only read the headlines, which looked frustrating. And I covered Geno Smith when he was with the Jets. But, from what I read, it's tough to hang your hat for an organization on a 32-year-old quarterback